Before we dive in, watch how quickly this temporary orders hearing turns from routine parenting logistics to full-blown financial warfare, claims of freeloading, hidden partners, and conflicting pregnancy timelines. It's a courtroom pressure cooker. Keep an eye on how the judge manages the chaos with precision.
I mean, there's really no proof. It's a he said, she said. Mr. Johnson saying he wasn't a part of the conversation when it went bad. Ms. Edwards, you're saying he was. But again, it's on a phone. It's not like it's an immediate concern unless he's like, I'm on my way right now, and then he shows up. He didn't show up. No one showed up. So I'm not. If that's the only thing that you can present to me that there's an allegation of family violence, I don't think that's enough for me to make a finding there's been family violence.
Ma'am, can I get you to state your name for the record?
Yes, Mackenzie Edwards.
And Miss Edwards, did you hear what I previously read into the record that was agreed to by the parties?
Yes, sir.
And are you in agreement with only those terms?
Yes, sir.
And are you requesting that the court accepts those agreements and make them part of the order today?
Yes, sir.
And as it relates to the contested issues, has there been any issues relating to family violence between you and the other party to this case within the last 2 years?
So as far as there has been harassment and threatening via phone.
And when was the last incident, ma'am?
This incident was April 17th of 2024.
And can you explain to the court what happened?
Yes, it was a video call with the dad on Melvin and then also a brother of his or a friend of his, threatening, saying that they would put hands on me, and Melvin also they're agreeing as well, and then the brother flashing a gun in the camera as well.
All right. And are you currently in fear of your safety and or your child's safety?
Yes.
And based off of that incident, are you requesting that your information, such as your address and telephone number, be withheld from the record?
Yes.
And did you contact the police in reference to that incident?
Yes.
And what happened?
They made a report on it and said that they will contact and investigate.
Okay. As it relates to the issue of conservatorship, are you requesting that you be named as the sole managing conservator for the children here in this matter?
Yes, sir.
And in the past, have you and the other parties in this case been able to make decisions together that are in the children's best interest?
Yes.
So is there any specific reason why now you believe that you two cannot do that?
Now, we did have an agreement as far as him seeing the children with me present. Now his decision changed on that.
Here's the legal angle. When one spouse moves out under pressure, the key question becomes, was it voluntary or coerced? If the court decides it wasn't voluntary, that spouse can reclaim possession later. Expect fireworks when inheritance funds enter the mix. Separate property claims can completely shift ownership stakes.
Ma'am?
Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yes, so we're not speaking about visitation yet. We're speaking about...
It's shocking how the mother portrays the father as an uncontrollable, violent figure, clearly aiming to damage his credibility in court while presenting herself as the victim. But the story takes a turn. Just wait until you see what happens next.
The issue of conservatorship. So as it relates to conservatorship, do you believe that you and the other party can make decisions together that are in the children's best interest?
No, we cannot.
All right. And in the past, have you two attempted to do that?
Yes.
And how did that work out?
It didn't. He wanted to keep the children.
All right. As it relates to visitation, are you in agreement to the father having a standard possession order, or are you requesting something different?
Requesting something different.
And how old are the children here in this matter?
They're 2 and 3 years old.
And when was the last time the father had visitation with the children?
He saw them, I want to say, about a month ago.
Has the father had any overnight visits with the children?
No, sir.
Is there any specific reason why he has not had any visitation overnight with the children?
Before the incidents occurred, his reasoning was he was either working and or not able to just due to him being busy. And currently, the reasoning is now just due to the incidents that happened.
And as it relates to the visitation, do you feel that the father is well suited to have visits with the children unsupervised?
No.
And why is that?
Just due to their safety, and then also my daughter also has health issues as well. That I've talked to him about, but he's never gone to any of the doctor's appointments to know exactly what would happen if she were to have like a breathing issue and things like that. So he's not aware of really exactly how important it is to pay attention to her for specifically, and how with her health condition.
All right. And as it relates to the health condition of that child, did you have to take any specialized training to provide support for that child?
Yes, so in the hospital, they showed me, and at her doctor's appointments, they showed me how to use her nebulizer, which is something that she uses whenever she is wheezing or having trouble breathing.
And you stated previously that the father has not been involved in any of the health-related appointments for that child. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
All right. And as it relates to visitation, are you requesting that the father has supervised visits to be conducted by your sister, Mercedes Edwards?
Yes, sir.
And are you requesting that those supervised visits take place at in Arlington, Texas, at the Vandergrift Park?
Yes.
And what day are you requesting that those visits take place on?
On Saturdays.
From what time to what time?
They could be during the day from, I would say, could be set from 12 to 3.
All right. And is there any specific time you're requesting that after the father completes those visits supervised that we transition into a standard possession order, or are you requesting that he always has supervised visits?
I would say after the kids are a little bit older and my daughter's health condition is a little bit better, I believe that it would be okay for him to do overnight, as long as her condition is a little bit better than what it is now.
All right. And what age would that be, ma'am?
So as far as like her asthma, it's not diagnosed because they can't diagnose it till she's 4. So I would say around 4 or 5 years old.
All right. And do you have any additional information that you'd like to offer to the court?
No, sir.
Nothing further from this party. At this time, Your Honor, the state would like to call Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, can I get you to state your name for the record?
Melvin Johnson.
There it is, a domestic argument turned evidentiary sideshow. Judges hate when hearings devolve into he said, she said about household messes, unless there's proof of neglect. Affecting children, this kind of detail rarely wins points. It's background noise, but it does show both parties are playing emotional chess, not just legal strategy.
And Mr. Johnson, did you hear what I previously read into the record that was agreed to by the parties?
Yes, sir.
And so are you still only in agreement with those terms that were provided to the court that you previously agreed to?
Yes, sir.
As it relates to the issue of family violence, the mother has testified that there was an incident earlier last year in requesting a finding of family violence. Are you in agreement to that request, sir?
No, sir.
And as it relates to that incident that she spoke of in April of 2024, that the police were called, can you explain to the court exactly what happened?
So what exactly happened was my friend, he ended up merging the calls between us two because we were going to try to figure things out. But along the lines of that, she was trying to get back with me around the time my sister had just committed suicide. So my friend ended up lashing out, and I ended up leaving the call, flashing guns and all that. I didn't even know about that.
And were you contacted by the police in reference to this incident?
No, sir.
All right. Has there been any other prior incidents relating to family violence between the parties?
No, sir.
And so do you understand that the mother, based off of what she reported, is requesting that her information, such as her address and telephone number, be withheld from the record? Are you in agreement to that request?
Yes, sir.
So just to confirm, you are okay with the her address and telephone number be withheld?
Yes, sir.
Let's decode this part. Temporary spousal support or pendente light maintenance isn't automatic. Courts look for dependency created by the marriage, not lifestyle choices after separation. Without income proof, job search effort, or evidence of genuine need, requests like this usually fall flat. The real power move here, filing financials first.
All right. As it relates to conservatorship, the mother is requesting to be named as the sole managing conservator. Are you in agreement to that request?
Yes, sir.
So just to confirm, you are in agreement to the mother being the one who primarily makes the decisions for the child's best interest. Is that correct?
As far as visitation goes,
We're not speaking of visitations, so it's local conservatorship.
yes, sir.
All right. As it relates to the issue of visitation, the mother, what type of visitation are you requesting, sir?
I would just like to get my kids every other weekend.
So just to confirm, you're stating that you want a standard possession order. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. And to keep them over, to be able to keep them overnight.
All right. And when was the last time you had any visits with the children?
The last time I saw my kids was about a month ago. I've been having a lot of deaths and stuff in my family.
All right. And have you had any overnight visits with your children at all?
One time she was at work and I was at her house and I put the kids to sleep and I waited till she got back and then I left.
And sir, as it relates to the child with the medical condition that was testified about from the mother, have you received any training to assist with your child if there was a medical emergency?
No, sir, but she has informed me about my daughter's medical condition and how she has to have breathing treatment sometimes before she goes to sleep because she'll cough up mucus while she sleeps.
Is there any specific reason why you have not involved yourself in any of the medical appointments about that issue?
Only because my work schedule's kind of been a little bit hectic. My schedule's kind of random, so whenever she tells me about the appointments in advance, something will always come up somewhere on my job to where I can't make the appointment.
All right. And as it relates to the visits, just to confirm, you're stating that you don't agree to the mother's request for the supervised visits to be done by the custodial parent's sister?
No, sir.
All right. And just to confirm, you wouldn't be in agreement to even a temporary situation to which you would do the supervised visit until the children are age 4?
No, sir.
You want the standard possession orders to begin immediately, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any additional information that you'd like to offer to the court at this time in reference to that issue?
No, sir.
All right. Nothing further from this party, Your Honor.
Okay. Wait just a second. Miss Edwards, where do y'all meet for exchanges of the child or anything like that? Is there a public place where we can do exchanges for the child?
In front of the police station, I prefer.
Okay, is there any other place?
No, sir.
Police stations don't monitor supervised visits.
That's fine.
It's not fine. I'm telling you, it's not fine. I'm telling you, find it.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
A police station does not monitor visitation. They're not going to help you. So pick another place. You want to pick a restaurant,
Okay.
a store, or somewhere else where there might be a public place, where there might be other people around, so that if there's a problem, they can call 911 to help you.
Okay, it could be at the park that I suggested, the Vander Group.
Not doing the park, because parks close when nobody's at the park when it rains. Nobody's at the park when it's cold.
Okay, it could be at it could be at the.
Look up on your phone and find a place that's near where you live, or somewhere you want to be at, or someplace you've been meeting at. That's a restaurant or a store or something like that. That's a public place.
We can do the Walmart on Cedar Hill.
Okay.
Off Cedar Hill.
Okay. All right. The The parts y'all agreed to, those are all fine. I'm not changing any of that. I think the only issue we had mainly was visitation.
The calm before the verdict storm. This is where viewers can spot the judge's body language shift measured. Methodical. Notice how she balances parental cooperation, joint decision-making with control over the living situation. Judges prefer the least disruptive route. The side that keeps the kids steady often wins these early rounds.
Well, we had a few issues, I guess. Okay, so if there was an incident in April of 2024, this is June of 2025, there's not going to be any criminal charges filed. There hasn't been so far. There's nothing pending. So that pretty much went away. There's nothing that's happened. If it was on the phone, it's not the same thing as y'all doing this in person. Obviously, if it happened or you wanted me to believe that Mr. Johnson was the one that had this start as far as a threat of family violence, again, it's on a phone. It's not really in person. I'm not saying there's really no proof. It's a he said, she said. Mr. Johnson saying he wasn't a part of the conversation when it went bad. Ms. Edwards, you're saying he was. But again, it's on a phone. It's not like it's an immediate concern unless he's like, I'm on my way right now, and then he shows up. He didn't show up. No one showed up. So I'm not. If that's the only thing that you can present to me that there's an allegation of family violence, I don't think that's enough for me to make a finding there's been family violence. So I'm making no finding of family violence.
The judge could tell she wasn't telling the truth and called her out for it. The dad isn't perfect and still has things he needs to work on, but trying to ruin his reputation isn't fair. It's hard to imagine what she might have said about him in front of the kids. Parents should keep their personal problems with each other away from their children.
Father, Mr. Johnson's agreed to sole managed conservatorship, so I don't really need to make a decision on that. Ms. Edwards will be making the decisions for the child. And then Mr. Johnson also agreed to a non-disclosure. So, Ms. Edwards, you're not required to let Mr. Johnson know where you live. And then, as far as visitation is concerned, I don't find a reason why there should be supervised visitation. Mr. Johnson's the father of these two children. They want to visit with him. He wants to visit with them. What needs to happen is Mr. Johnson needs to prioritize the children, maybe. But we have to obviously have some limits as far as the jobs that we kind of have to work around in our jobs sometimes. But Mr. Johnson, you got to prioritize your kids a little more than you're doing right now.
Yes,
So
sir.
what I need to happen is you need to get training with the nebulizer. So what I'm putting in the order is two alternatives. What I want Mr. Edwards to do is, if it's possible, on the first option is for her to set up an appointment with the doctor, so that you can go to the appointment, Mr. Johnson, and get training on how to take care of your child. That would be the ideal way, because then you can hear from the doctor's mouth and not Ms. Edwards what.
This exchange captures the court's pragmatism. Empathy meets enforcement. Mom pleads for more time, citing pregnancy and housing insecurity. But the judge anchors back to principle. No free housing for non-party adults. The message is blunt. Fairness can't mean financial burden for one side. Question for viewers: if compassion and fairness collide, which one should a judge prioritize in family court?